Oh man, what is good, family? What is good? Throw those A's in the chat. If you can hear your boy speak, throw those A's in the chat right now. My goodness, you guys, I apologize for actually coming in way earlier than normal, right? But it's all for a good reason, you guys. So a few days, I'm just gonna go ahead and explain it to you real quick, right? So a few days ago, my wife got into this ridiculous little car accident, right, where she hydroplaned right out into the side of the road, right, and she messed up her wheel. So we got the car fixed just yesterday, and now the wheel should be coming in today. So I need to make sure that that wheel gets fixed so she can get back to work and start pushing, right? So this is the reason why Arca is coming at you a little earlier today, you guys. But I really do appreciate a lot of my East Coast people tuning in right now. Abner Cruz, I see you right in there. My goodness, you guys, thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. What is up, Aiden Davis? Good to see you here. My moderators, always good to see you here, you guys. I apologize. I know this was really last minute, right? So Cal L, Mark Roach, always good to see you here, right, you guys? So Nick, what's up, man? Thank you so much for your donation, dude. Of course, we can go ahead and take a look at TSLA. We'll make sure to put it on the list, okay? Not a problem whatsoever. So, and Cal, what is up, dude? Thank you so much for your dono. What are you saying with that? So thanks for being you, and you say we always ask and you always give. My dude, of course, I'm here to help as much as I can, right, you guys? I love it. I love it. So Mr. Sir is saying, Arca, so what are you saying is you need for a big win? On what, my dude? On what ticker? What you talking about? Dips Patel, what is up? Dorian LFG, what's up, man? T Wood, KYP, good to see you in here. Aaron, what's up, man? Dorian LFG, what's up? Zach Mason, what is up, you guys? Scylla, how you doing? Really, I love this, you guys. So let's see. Aaron saying, all you complaining on what happened to GTII. There was a short ladder attack at the end of the trading session. You all complaining if the shorts can scare you that way, then okay, yeah. So Aaron, in respects to that, if I'm not mistaken, Monster Mike, what's up? If I'm not mistaken, I think there could be this capitulation because of the rumor of a reverse split happening for GTII. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, as it may have just happened recently. Renaissance Wolf, good to see you here. What's up? XX, what's up? Thank you for coming by. And Toss Stones, what's up, man? So yeah, you guys, I think it really has to do with a dividend that they're going to be issuing, right? So I'm not exactly sure, but if I'm gonna say a quick what's up, so go ahead and check out my boy Avid Trader, right? So go ahead and check out his last post from GTII. It was just a few hours ago. He does speak about that rumor, okay? So please go ahead and check his chat out, right? His YouTube video. All right, so let's see, Skydog saying, hey Arca, new subscriber, looking forward to some good stuff, my man. I really appreciate you stopping by, man. I love it. We do have a good list of tickers coming up today. I usually encourage my my viewers to take a look at the schedule right up here. You see my tabs? Sometimes we can go over these tickers just like that in order, right? So I didn't have necessarily the best time to prepare our live tickers for today, right? But the thing is because, like I explained right at the beginning of this, what's up, Fahad? Good to see you here, man. And SL, what is up? So there you go, you guys. Check this out. GTII released PR this morning that no reverse or forward split will be issued at all. It's just a bad rumor. So that's what I mean, you guys. It's just a rumor, and it looks like the sentiment kind of priced it in just a little bit, right? But it was a really interesting shakeout. Well, first of all, okay. John Smith saying, hey man, I can't get back into your Discord for some reason. It won't let me verify it. Oh my goodness, man. Let me go ahead and I think I may have to put out a special video for how to get that done, right? But I would suggest doing it not on your phone. Do it on a PC, okay? But guys, so what I wanted to say is that this is going to be a kind of a special video, right? You guys, what's up, Daniel Gonzalez? Streaming a little early, right? Just need to get down to my down to LA to pick up a potential wheel for my wife's car, right? So we're going to stream a little bit early to make ourselves available. So let's see, Dave M saying that they're helping Alpine out. Who would have thought? Wow. No, that's not cool. Damn it. Oh my goodness. So, and Catfish Posse Racing, that is really cool, man. Thank you so much. And look at this, guys. Catfish Posse Racing donating for a Cash App warning. What he means by that, thank you, man. That really means a lot, and I'm sure it's going to mean a lot to the community. The reason why he's saying that, guys, is because there are a ton of Arca imposters, and I would really encourage for everybody not to believe that it's me when I'm replying back to your comment in the chat saying, hey, follow me and I'll trade your money, okay? Or send me your information or send me some money on Cash App. Guys, that's not me. I will never put my contact information on my handle, okay? Be safe, all right? Be safe. That's definitely not me. I don't want you guys falling for this because they're just trying to take your money, okay? You guys don't do that. Thank you, Catfish. So what I was going to say earlier, guys, is this. It's a special stream today because I am going to include the recording of the videos for COSM, GTII, and COEP. Okay, and I know yesterday I actually did put up a video for GMZP. I'm not sure if any of you ended up following it, but we did get that up run that we were looking for, right? So it is looking pretty good as well. All right, so let me go ahead and refer back to the chat and see what's going down. So XX saying GTII had a court ruling against Alpine hedge smucks extended from today until April 28th. They had to come up with a ton of dough. Okay, I'm getting it, you guys. Lots of rumors and stuff going around there. So, and I'm tripping over that SEC thing, by the way, man. So Dave M saying the SEC are helping Alpine, right? So that sucks. But John Smith saying, and I'll try it on PC. Yes, definitely try it. Okay, so Chaser, Arca, Roger, and CEO for the ticker GNS pumping TRKA. I noticed TRKA was up dramatically today. And is it true? Is it true that GNS is going to acquire TRKA? That is actually what's going down right now, right, you guys? So very interesting stuff here. So John Smith saying, I was able to sell, then buy back COEP on the gap down. Very good, because we ended up talking about that 150 level just yesterday in the video that we put out, right? So we got that touch and everything actually ended up bouncing from there. So nice. We're going to go over that as well too. Mondo Lopez, what is up? Yeah, I'm early today, man. Just got to get I got to be available for my wife's car repair tonight, right? So this is the reason why I'm actually doing it a bit early. So Andrew saying there's still a FINRA lawsuit date on April 5th coming up. And Andrew, do you know anything about a potential update on the Alpine Brokers thing? I don't know anything about that either. So Daniel De Aguero, what's up, man? Oh, well, link will not work. Wait, which one, bro? Let me know. So Mark Roach saying COSM has earnings and Zip Doctor acquisition in April. We are pending some incredible news for ticker symbol COSM. I am not going to pump it like you guys think. You guys, that is actually something that's may be pretty good for the price action, right? And it's coming up pretty soon. So there's a lot of sentiment feeling like it may not actually happen. There's a lot of sentiment feeling like it is. That type of speculation, you guys, can usually make the price get very volatile. So I would express the deepest of warnings for you to be very careful with the COSM asset coming up this week and the next week, okay? There could be some very dangerous volatility there that can induce harder losses than what you have, okay? Be very careful. So Renaissance Wolf saying HUBC is crazy. It's crazy. Thoughts? HUBC, one that I haven't actually looked at, right? So for a couple days now, I want to make sure that I can get the real tickers out. The tickers that I've been covering in video out of the way first, right? So what I'm saying here is that you're essentially going to hear me in a shorter manner record the video just like I do and just like I put them out, right? In order for me to kind of save some time, we're gonna go ahead and evaluate this right now, because trust me when I say there are tons of people that are waiting for the COSM GTII assets to come out. So we'll go ahead and put that in there as well. Johnny Barnes, what's up, dude? I thought you were asleep already, man. So BCAN is another one you're trying to look at, right? I'll put it on the list and we'll try to get to it as soon as humanly possible, right? We just got to make sure that we are available to get the wife's car fixed so she can get back to work, man. Very good to have everybody here in the chat, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Everything will be cool and right. So yes, we are going to take... you know what? I actually feel like we should take a look at the broader markets first, just like we always do, right? So we'll go ahead and touch down on the ticker symbol SPY before we get into COSM and GTII. So you know what? I may actually just start or consider getting that started pretty soon, right? So Mark Roach is saying, Arca, get 2 of the price for of 1. I got you, man. I got you. Star SS, how are you, bro? I used to live in Carlsbad. Wow, man. So where do you live now? Are you out in the East Coast now? Is that why you're able to tune in? John Smith, also IBVQ, it ran hard. So guys, there's actually I did hear about that. So why is it running that hard though? IBVQ, is that also is that a pink? Is that an OTC? Star says, I moved to Boston. Nice, man. Nice. I actually have some family out there in Boston, Mass. They're Southies out there, man. Not too far away from Boston, Mass General, right? From that hospital. Yeah, you guys, really excited to stream today. I can definitely see that we've had a lot of attention from the East Coast, and I can see it in the chat numbers right now, right, you guys? My apologies for streaming so late. My son actually has a little bit of a messed up schedule, right? So we have to make sure that we try to retrace him, right? We have to make sure to retrace him, and today is actually the earliest day he's actually woken up. So right there, you guys, peace symbols up in the air so that we can get Arca earlier in the chat, right? So yes, guys, let's go ahead. I'm sorry, Star SS saying, can we meet? I don't think my old folks out there are gonna want to meet anybody, right? As they try to stay away from anything social media. So, John Smith at Silverbank. Let's see. Okay, so Silverbank got delisted and went to the OTC. Wow, are you talking about the Silvergate? Because I thought that they were doing pretty good, right? So anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and start off the analysis here, and we're gonna start it off with the SPY. We're gonna get a broader picture first before we can actually get an understanding from our following tickers, right? So let's look at the SPY real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and refer to volatility versus momentum, just like we always do on the daily time frame. Very important for us to look at that, right? What I want to express here is actually something very nice. First of all, the 3-day exponential moving average from the stochastics oscillator is already making a move upside of the 14-day simple moving average. Very bullish. Another thing that we're doing right now is that we're sitting in the bullish control zone of the stochastics oscillator. Okay, this is great with an upside pivot alongside critical volatility within the 15th percentile of our BBWP indicator. Okay, this is very powerful. It looks like, let me just make this big, okay? Go ahead and notice right now that the volatility component, which is this spectrum line, is already about to make a cross above that simple moving average. This is incredible because it may present a pretty large upside move coming in. We were already looking at this upside because we were breaking out of a broadening descending wedge. Notice that we are coming up to the resistance that we looked at the last time from when we pulled back, okay? Very likely we can see a touch back from 403.31 back to our current highs, or at about 398.76 before a continuation to the upside. This is looking mighty powerful, you guys. The broader markets are not suffering right now. I know that we actually had some type of a Fed meeting today. Whatever was said there was actually pretty bullish, and it's showing here in the price action, right? Very bullish price action with these 3 candles here, you guys. This is looking very good for the broader markets. Let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute immediate short term. A lot of people end up opening call options in this type of environment, right? So this is looking not bad. 30-minute immediate short term is sitting on the RSI, is sitting right at that junction between the bull strength percentile and the overbought, with an upside pivot on that 30-minute. Very likely for us to see an upside soon. Bi-hourly time frame, let's see what it's got for us. So a little bit of consolidation on that bi-hourly with a 14-day simple moving average pitch to the upside. 6-hour, let's see what it's got. So we still have a little bit of pressure here to the downside, but I really don't think that the bears are going to be able to take it from here, you guys. It looks like the public, it looks like the sentiment, the overall sentiment wants to take over here. Similar situation on the 12-hour. If we do get any type of pullback here, definitely know that the space between the RSI signal and the 14-day simple is very close to the distance between the current price action at 401.35 to this gap down right here. The very top of the gap, right? 398.72. I'm not saying that we're going to cover that gap. In fact, I'm saying that there is the possibility to where we can use the gap top as a support before a continuation onto the upside. Okay, so just know that that's what I'm looking for. Daily time frame, let's see real quick. I know we were just there, right? Daily time frame, absolute upside pivot, right? By daily time frame, upside pivot, crossing that 14-day simple, looking very healthy for the SPY. All right, a little bit of a retracement right here from the 3-day time frame, which means that it could be that target that we're talking about, right? 403.39, a potential small pullback. Okay, so yeah, now Bruno Bars, what's up, man? Good to see you here. I will definitely try to add it into the schedule. I'll make sure to try to get to it, right? So a lot of these tickers are actually not, they're from days ago, right? So I'll put it on right now and make sure to get to it, right, my dude? So AMPX, and thank you for your dono, dude. Very good to see you here. I know it's been a minute, right? But excited to have you here nonetheless, right? So that is going to do it, guys, for the ticker symbol SPY. And I am looking at some bullish action here. Remember, some tiny little zigzag right here, but a very healthy growth to the upside. I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and finish off the SPY and now look at ticker symbol TSLA. Mark Roach, by the way, we will definitely look at BRDS. It is third on the list, but I have to get out of the way the broader markets, right? So now, in respects to the broader markets, of course, Tesla fits right in there, right? So notice that we have some very powerful price action. We're looking at it on the 8-hour, which is usually a time frame that I like to look at some candles. A little silly to look at candle analysis, but it's all good. Notice a bullish hammer right down here from actually just Tuesday, right? Just yesterday. This is the reversal signal. This is the confirmation candle. This is a continuation candle, right? So now we are looking at an upside target in the reclaiming of our ascending channel, which could present a rare breakout to the upside, right, you guys? So this is very, very cool. So guys, we are going to cover GTII right after Tesla and COSM. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish off the broader markets first. Before we can get that, we need to get a perspective from the broader markets in order for us to understand the possibilities of the next day's trade, right? So notice right here that we're starting to get the upside pivots from both the stochastic momentum oscillator moving averages, and we are at critical volatility of the BBWP within the 15 percentile. We've been barring here. These blue bars represent an 8-hour read since we are at the 8-hour time frame. Okay, so I know a lot of people were asking me to bring back my watermarks, right? So I can make them I can still make them just a little bit brighter, right? But it's not going to apply to every chart. Just please, I'll always refer to the chat, but let me know if you can't see these, okay? Because sometimes they'll be off. And they are in respects to me preparing the charts for the ArcMastersCourse, which, by the way, is still available. Refer to the link in the description below. Send me an email. Get yourself enrolled. We should be starting in the 2nd or 3rd week of April. Okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame Tesla. Let's see what it's got for us. Okay, so on the RSI, we are looking at, let's see what we got here. We're right in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, very likely for us to be pitched to the upside. We have that 14-day simple below us, bullish. Okay, let's go to the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly, a little bit of consolidation even still, not a problem though. We are in the gravitational zone still. We could be pulled up. Okay, let's keep an eye on Tesla because it's looking more consolidation than it is upward. Okay, and it is in respects to a current resistance range that we're in. Okay, it's no problem. We just have to keep an eye on our longs. Okay, so 6-hour and 12-hour, both consolidating as well. We still have a little bit of an upside bias from that 14-day simple. We're in the gravitational zone, facing a potential, I'm talking about a very tiny retracement, probably 192.25 before a continuation onto the upside regarding our current levels. Okay, so I'm speaking of the 5 fib. Okay, right in between. Notice the buy daily. Check it out. Buy daily making a very important cross above the 14-day simple moving average, looking very good in the next few days. Okay, another thing that we should take into note here is this. Please notice this. Let me block out the scribbles here and notice that this is the uptrend, right? We came back down and printing a bullish hammer. When you're starting to get into the bi-daily time frames, that bullish hammer can mean a lot. Another thing is just that, yes, it is a little bit of a a silly bull flag right here, right? I don't like those formations in general, and but the overall thing here, you guys, is that you have to watch out for this technical resistance. Okay, this resistance right over here between 199 and 287 cents. Okay, very important target for us to look at. Why? Not only is it the top side of our current range, but notice right back here, okay, it's incredibly important that we break through this range entirely. The next range to look out for would be 212 to 219 before a continuation to the upside. We are in the process of a macro breakout, okay, so please be careful. All right, so that is going to do it for ticker symbol Tesla right now. Very short-term pullback before a continuation to the upside. And not only that, is like we can see even right now a little bit of an inverse herpy-derpy right over here, right? So that's not looking bad whatsoever. A psychological support down here, I don't think we're going to get down here. We don't even have the liquidity to reach that, right? So 155.15 to about 147.47 could be an area for a potential pullback. But guys, I do not see that. Pullback could be just about 2%, 3% down to about I'm talking about the lower end of about 187 at the lowest before a continuation onto the upside. We don't know what could happen in the broader markets, of course, you guys, but that is essentially what I'm looking at. So that is going to do it for ticker symbol TSLA. All right, so now you guys, this is going to be that very special part of the analysis. Okay, so I need everybody to stay quiet. I'm just kidding, I can't hear you. Don't be so silly. Joe H, he's saying, Arca, why so early? My dude, well, my wife got into a little bit of an accident, right? She hydroplaned in some very, very slippery herpy-derpy inverse head and shoulders. It's an inverse head and shoulders. I call it a herpy derpy because it's just so silly. A lot of those formations are they're not really they're a little bit frowned upon, right? So, but it's important for us to call it out, because if the mass sentiment or the mass psychology believes that there could be a reversal based on a formation like this that has no mathematical properties and only psychological properties, then we have to put it in the play, right? It looks like it is sort of in play, so we have to make sure to kind of call it out, put it out there, just it's on the table for us to look at, right? So yeah, Joe, she got into a little bit of a slide there on some ice. She messed up her rim entirely. Her tire got all messed up. Her control arm got messed up. Some swing arms under there, right? So we got the car repaired, but we just need to pick up the wheel now. So guys, that is essentially why I am streaming a little bit early. So now we're going to dive into that very important part of the stream. Okay, so you're pretty much going to hear me talk as I do for a video recording. Okay, so let me just prepare the ticker symbol COSM followed by the ticker symbol GTII, and we'll get this rolling, and we'll post it right after the live stream as well, so that everybody who was not able to join right now can see it later, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and just prepare real quick the ticker symbol COSM. Okay, and this is wait, actually, was I looking at this on the daily? Yes, I was. Okay, so we did get that bearish engulfing. Okay, nice. All right, so let me start preparing right now for that recording, and we'll get this thing moving. All right, so let me do now a screen recording. You're going to notice a little bit of darkness right now, so we'll make sure to save into our desktop, right? And everything would be cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get it moving now, you guys. Okay, so you just remember, I'm about to record just like I do on the videos, okay, to save some time. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what's goody here. One more time. Let's get it moving. Let's get it moving. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, desktop. And here we go. COSM ended up getting the retracement that we were looking for based on a bearish engulfing that we looked at. let's go ahead and find out what could be happening for the following days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is Arca coming at you with a COSM technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis. Guys, we're going to have to start this over one more time because we are not officially recording on the screen that we need to, right? This is a little bit of those complications that we can happen. You know what? In respects to that, we're going to just go ahead and post this. I'm going to cut it up after this is done, okay? So let me just do that instead, and we'll get it moving. So yes, we did get that retracement from COSM from that bearish engulfing that we noticed, right? Another thing that we did notice was this inverse herpy-derpy yet again, right? With a potential breakout to the upside, okay? So we needed to validate this very complex breakout from COSM. I've been talking about this for a couple times, but please know that this is a larger scale descending channel of descending triangle, followed by a falling wedge. Okay, so this falling wedge right down here presents a bullish outcome. So does this massive triangle, but the one that we want to focus on right now is the smallest one. Okay, I have to express that we are sitting within the golden pocket now. Okay, so the golden pocket is located between the knot 382 and the knot 618. So this is very bullish for the COSM asset. I know that there are some things that are coming out of the COSM fundamentals. Okay, so I know Zip Doctor and a few other things. So it is kind of showing in the price action right now. Okay, we were talking about 2 days ago, we were talking about a continuation to the upside. We got a rejection from that 5 fib and came back down to validate that support, the newly converted resistance into support yet again, but it's okay. It looks like the price action rejected that and continued onwards and upwards, but 361 is the market close. It looks like 360 is currently right now in the after hours. So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have, okay? So this is essentially the reason why I'm talking about a potential reversal. So this is the 5-day volatility versus momentum backtest, and you can see we're already curving to the upside here on the stochastics oscillator. The mean reversion from this current point is to the 573 level, okay? But in respects to a back test, let's go ahead and just go over that, the criteria for that right now. Anytime that volatility has expanded into critical volatility within the 90 percentile and or paired with stochastic momentum with an upside pivot, we have noticed throughout the entire trading history of the COSM asset on the 5-day time frame that there have been 4 iterations, okay? So these are the samples that I've gathered, you know, so if you're familiar with statistics, right? So these are the samples that we gathered. This is the data set here. We have a total count of 4 iterations, of which 4 were correctly guessed to the upside, giving us a 100% accuracy with an upside thrust of 162.05%. Okay, so applying that 162.05% takes us to a target of about $9. Of course, this is just a back test. Remember, these are just statistics. They are not certainties, okay? So this is now still suggesting a potential continuation to the upside, okay? Now, if we can go ahead and look at the 8-hour backtest, which looks like it could be in a period of reaccumulation before a continuation onto the upside. Remember that this backtest gave us about a 206% move to the upside with a 66% probability that it would do it, right? And that target is actually very confluent with the target that we were looking before. Same 914, 913. Very interesting backtest from 2 very distinct time frames, 8-hour and 5-day. Already very curious, okay, you guys? So remember that as long as we are above or upside of the volatility critical zone of the 15 percentile, this means that we're still in an expansion phase, okay? A lot of these backtest iterations do include a downside first before the upside, but in this case, we've actually just launched to the upside without any downside. So it's very curious that we would do that. The reason why you're seeing this contractive level is because of this, okay? I've made a couple drawings for people to understand what I mean by contraction, right? So if you're looking at price action kind of moving like this, right? I'm just going to go ahead and explain it to you real quick, okay? And I'll put this trend line here and I'm just going to show you. So this is contraction right in here, okay? So you're looking at price action coming from expansion, which is open, right? Expanded. So then it contracts to a very tight level, and then that explosive move to the upside or downside is expected, okay? So now why upside or downside? Well, volatility is is direction neutral. We pair it with stochastic momentum or a momentum-based indicator to get that bias for direction, right? So this is the reason why I'm telling you guys that there is still a probable reaccumulation zone before a continuation onto the upside. Some of these iterations have that no matter what, no matter which way we can look at it, right, you guys? So trying to get this thing loaded, right? But yeah, for example, this iteration here, this, I know the line is black, but let me just go ahead and color it green. There you go. So I'm sure you can see those black lines here. So it's just because I was on a white scale. So notice here that we had that upside move, right? And then we came back down, reaccumulated upside, and next iteration. So it looks like it's happening again, guys. It looks like we were just reaccumulating. Let's move on to the next chart and see what we have, okay? So it would be the RSI. So 30-minute immediate short-term time frame suggesting COSM could come back to a relevant area of support. If we were to look at the shorter time frames and see what that support can be, then we might be able to find that on the 4-hour time frame, and let's see what that can be. Okay, so very likely for us to come back down to about I would say the space between 351 and 349 before a continuation onto the upside. It looks like it's creating these types of zigzags on the way up. Let's continue the analysis here. Okay, so the RSI. Jumping in straight into the 4-hour, we still have an upside pivot, very powerful there. 8-hour time frame, still with an upside pivot, finding that support from that 14-day simple, just like the 4-hour. Notice here that the 12-hour also has that massive upside pivot too. I need to go ahead and tell you that I hate these little tiny pivots, but I have to call it here because we are within the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile. Very, very likely we can find an upside continuation here. What we're looking at here in the buy daily is that there could be a potential support touch to that 14-day simple moving average represented by that pink line before a continuation onto the upside. The most important time frame in my opinion here is the 5-day. Notice how the 5-day is crossing above that 14-day simple and in the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile. Okay, that is a very bullish signal and definitely a signal for us to continue on to the upside. So more than likely, you guys, for the next day or even 2, maybe 3, we can see an upside continuation for COSM before we can find a type of resistance. Very likely for us to find a resistance in the shorter time frame. Let me go ahead and give you that fib retracement now, okay? Okay, so yeah, we could potentially be making a move to 374 to 382. To the 1.618 golden ratio. Very likely for us to find a small pullback there, test our current highs of about, I'd say $3.68 before a continuation onto the upside. Okay, you guys, so that's going to do it for ticker symbol COSM. It's looking very good. I remember, guys, I don't care really what the fundamentals have to say. I care about the mathematical concepts behind them. I really do look at the markets in a different way. All right, you guys, so timing has a lot to do with this too. So let's go ahead and now touch on ticker symbol GTII, as I know that there are a lot of people waiting for this ticker to happen, right? So let me just go ahead and get this out of the way real quick and make sure that we can get our move on, right? So it looks prepared now. All right, so remember, guys, so what I'm looking at right now is I haven't evaluated anything today. So I am looking at this just as raw as any new ticker that I would watch, right? So whatever happened today, not exactly sure, but oh man, so huge capitulation event. I would really like to, I need to evaluate this a little closer now. Okay, so let me get rid of a couple things here and everything will be good, right? So let me get rid of this thing too, get rid of that there. A lot of noise right here, right? So all right, so right off, raw price action, guys, raw price action. We're noticing that we do have a downtrend, right? So from this area here of about 249 from the candle printed on Friday, March 24th, we have a downtrend, right? So now after a trend to the downside, when you print a hammer candle like this, that usually means a continuation to the upside. Okay, so let's see, you're looking at 1.68 million in volume from this last daily candle. That's huge volume, okay? And we haven't had 1 million in volume until, let's see, yeah, that was Friday. So this is very curious that we would have that much traded, right? So let me see if it's changing anything on the financials here. No, it's still looking pretty much alike, right? The cap is still 565 million, which is definitely high, right? The float is almost 200 million. It's a very healthy asset. So it's looking good, guys. Let me go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have, and we'll continue on our analysis. Okay, so huge capitulation event coming down to our area of about 180. Remember that I did mention the closure of this weekly bullish engulfing iteration would have to be closing above that area of 187 in order for it to be a bullish engulfing. We definitely got that. Monster Mike, thank you for your donation, my dude. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me and my family. All right, my dude. So go ahead and notice here that we came back right to the opening of this candle and bounced right up. This is a very powerful signal. Not only that is that you're looking at the weekly time frame here. Weekly, okay? Every candle takes a week to complete. All right, so notice volatility versus momentum, okay? We are in that mean reversion. We are still pivoted to a massive upside here with a day and 22 hours to close. Very likely this can close with another upside continuation, which would yet validate yet again a continuation for the GTII asset. We are, by the way, we are at a very, very heavy resistance right now. Okay, you guys, 249 level to about that 298 where we looked at the last retracement. This is an incredible inflection point. Okay, we need to break out of this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. We need to have a minimum daily candle upside of the 299 area in order for us to validate a continuation onto the upside. A closing period candle, okay? We need to close a daily above it, and then we can continue on to the upside. That would severely change the sentiment behind GTII. Let's go ahead and move on and see what we have. Okay, so go ahead and notice right here that the 3-day iteration barely made any moves, right? This was the capitulation that we faced yesterday. The candle was pretty much right around here at 208, the wick low, right? So it's not looking like it's that bad, right? You guys, yes, huge short attack, but when you're looking at it in the larger perspective, still we're making a series of higher highs, higher lows as well. It's looking very nice. Volatility versus momentum on this massive back test that we did, still upside, still contracting on that volatility. We're in the bullish control zone now. It's still looking not bad. Okay, so this 3-day back test, I'm sorry, this is the 5-day back test, right? So we still have a 162.05% to fulfill. And where is that? That is going to be at 327. If we do pierce through that 299 level, very likely we can touch the 330 level, come right back down and start validating the $2.99 or $3 level as a support before that continuation to the upside. Okay, so now let's touch down on that 3-day time frame for those of you who are not exactly sure of what I'm talking about. So this is the sample. These are the samples that I gathered all throughout the entire trading history of the GTII asset on the 3-day time frame. Okay, throughout the entire history. All right, so based on these samples, we've noticed 21 iterations where volatility started to contract alongside an upside bias from that momentum. We got a 67.74% upside accuracy with a massive 971.33% move to the upside over the span of 22.5 days. That takes us to a very confluent target. And what target is that? Guys, notice that it takes us to about $10. Okay, lots of things rhyming with that $10 area for GTII, okay? And we're still in that move to fulfill a potential $3.75 or $3.60, yeah, about a $3.71 move based on the pennant that we're breaking out of right now. Okay, so we noticed a potential breakout just a few days ago, right? And we definitely got it, right? So 368, it looks like it could be. I'm wondering right now why that 368 sounds familiar, right? So, well, I mean, on this target here for the statistical backtest of the 5-day, it's suggesting 330. So that's already confluent. That gives us a resistance range. 330 to 368 would be the area that we can actually pull back from. All right, you guys, keep an eye on your assets for GTII, all right? Remember to keep an eye on it, okay? Now, let's look at the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame for GTII RSI. Okay, notice that we still have an upside pivot here. This is very aggressive for a 30-minute time frame. Very likely we can move upside of that 14-day simple and succeed it to the upside. It's very, very, very curious that we would see that. 6-hour time frame with a nosedive here, and I would have to express that these nosedives that we're facing here on the shorter time frames are limited, and I will explain to you why. Okay, so again, 12-hour time frame, to the downside, right? Notice how close we're getting to the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Very likely for us to find a bounce from that area. Why can it be likely though? Why would it be likely? Well, notice that the daily time frame is already at support. This looks like it could find that support from the 14-day simple and the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile before a continuation onto the upside. Let me look at the buy daily and see what it's got. So come on. Let's load it. There we go. Buy daily suggesting a very limited downside as well. Same thing here with the, actually, let's see the 3-day time frame. Apologies. 3-day time frame, very short pullback. And even the 5-day time frame has barely been touched by the price action that we actually encountered today in that capitulation, guys. Rumors can do damage to our current plays, guys. We do not want to spread false information into the markets, okay, because that can impair our continuation to the upside. All right, but in this area here, it's still showing massive strength. The 3-day and 5-day volatility back tests have barely been moved, and I really do believe that GTII still has a lot of strength to it. If we're gonna pull back to a shorter term time frame area, you guys expect it to be down to about $2.10 before finding an upside continuation. Until then, we're still creating a series of higher lows, higher highs, very bullish structure happening. Okay, you guys, that's going to do it for ticker symbol GTII. Let me make sure that we can keep our notes in line here and move on to the next ticker, right? So the next ticker we're going to look at, guys, is going to be COEP based on the releases that we've done, right, in the videos that we've looked at. COEP has made a retracement back to that area. If we're looking at the daily time frame, right, making a retracement back to that area where we talked about just yesterday, 151 to 152, I think I mentioned, before a continuation onto the upside. I really wish that this candle would have come up just a little bit more. We have a little bit of a longer wick to the downside than we do to the upside. It can technically be considered a type of a type of reversal candle, like a bullish hammer, but again, I would like the body to be located a little higher, right? But still very long wick to the downside, suggesting a continuation to the upside. Notice where we stopped on the daily though. I'm talking about the daily, meaning traditional market hours close, not the after hours close. Okay, so if we can look at the we're at 169 right now, right? So 167 is just upside of the 1.618. We now have a golden mean as support, especially since we're at 169 in the after hour presently, right? So it's very good that we succeeded the 1.618 golden mean. Not only that, guys, we're breaking out of a broadening descending wedge on the daily time frame. By the way, this carries a lot of weight. Carries a lot of weight, okay, you guys? So this can suggest a continuation to the upside, but let's validate. We don't want to just speak whatever is there, right? So very interesting that we would notice. We have the apex now from this pennant, okay? Very interesting that we would notice a potential breakout at the end of the pennant. Usually these triangles tend to realize at around 65 to 70%. Mr. Levitz, thank you so much. Master 117, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get to VIRI, but I'll go ahead and put it on the list just in case, right? It is now officially on there. Thank you. I spoke yesterday, guys, of a buy formation here. Two distinct traders thinking that this could actually be a downside or an upside. Okay, so that is the pennant favoring the bulls. Now, this is the descending triangle that could, this was in respects to today. Notice the price action came right down to test the descending triangle bottom. Okay, we got a bounce to the upside, and what's curious here is that the hourly time frame could be in the process of validating the upside or the outside of this descending channel, which is right over here. If it's, sometimes in a descending triangle, this can be called a false breakout, right? So, but I honestly would have to continue favoring the bulls here, because usually this thing does tend to break out at 70%, and this is 70% here. So we have to continue validating the direction. Let's move. Okay, notice now the weekly time frame breaking out of this, it's not a pennant. This is now a symmetrical triangle because it's after a downside, right? We have that very precise test back down to that 151 that we saw just today. Okay, and this is that test that we're getting before a continuation onto the upside. The price objective for the COEP triangle here is essentially $3.05. to the space of about 340, but I would have to favor $3.06 for that upside. Okay, what's validating that $3.06 are a few things. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and just touch down on our let's see, where do we have it? I think we have the volatility versus momentum backtest on a 5-day iteration here. Could it be the daily or could it be the 5-day, or what are we looking at? My apologies, guys. Just know for a fact I'm not going to go ahead and look for it right now, but the 5-day volatility versus momentum backtest on this is suggesting 306. Very curious price action there. Now, COEP, RSI, let's look at the last part of this before we move on to the next ticker, which is going to be BRDS, right, you guys? So let's just go ahead and make these large and see what we have. 30-minute, hourly, immediate, short-term time frame. Little bit of a pullback right now, very much expected. All right, but it looks like these short-term pullbacks may be limited. Notice here on the 8-hour time frame that we're getting a pullback, and that we're getting actually a retracement from that downtrend to the upside. The 8-hour time frame, of course, we can give more weight to. Daily time frame still suggesting a little bit of a downside, but it's starting the curve. It's looking like the bears are losing a little bit of strength from the gravitational zone, which would essentially bring us back up. Remember that the daily time frame does not have visibility into the after hours here, so 12-hour would essentially give us that better bias. Notice that we're already getting that curvature to the upside from the gravitational zone. Very likely to find an upside soon. Now diving into the 3-day time frame. Huge upside in that volatility and that gravitational zone. Massive suggestion to the upside. Same thing with the 5-day. COEP is still looking good, you guys. I am definitely, remember, full transparency here, right? I am absolutely still along this ticker, okay? So just know, all right? So I am long this ticker right now. The upside is still more likely than not. Everything is still pointed upwards for this, okay? So, all right. So now let's go ahead and finish off those videos that we actually, I'll try to put up, right? But it's just going to be a long video to download from YouTube. So now the next ticker that we're going to look at, you guys, is going to be ticker symbol BRDS. Let me just upload or update my notes here, right? So chat, what's up? Really excited to be streaming earlier for you guys today, right? I love it. Please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to visit the links in the description below if you would like to join the ArcMasters trading course, right? We're going to go over everything from the very beginnings of trading. I'm talking the very fundamentals all the way up to advanced topics and mathematical applications over the course of 8 weeks. Make sure to get signed up, guys. Let's now start the analysis here for ticker symbol BRDS. If you can see here already, of course, we are riding a descending broadening wedge. I think I can actually favor this on the daily, which would be a little better, right? There you go. And BRDS is looking mighty powerful. We were already looking at the potential of a breakout from this, okay? Why were we looking at this breakout in the first place? Well, we were looking at test number 1. What's up, Miss L? Good to see you here. All right, so we were looking at test number 1, test number 2 of the resistance. Remember the golden rule of 3, all right? Test number 3 of the resistance, followed by that capitulation. And now we were talking about this, I think, either here or something. We were suggesting the very high potential that we can actually suggest a continuation to the upside, right? So it's looking very nice in my opinion, right? Yeah, no problem. Let me go ahead and get a brighter look on that watermark right there. You go. So BRDS on the daily right back there, right? I don't want to do it too big because it's going to distract me, right? Miss L saying hi, Chemo. Very good to see you here. All right. So yes, you guys, so we were looking at this potential. The 4th breakout test is the true breakout test out of the broadening descending wedge. So it's looking, I mean, let's look at the after hours, 2490. No, okay. So but yeah, post is 2490 right now, still above the resistance line. This is great. We have to make sure that this is a valid area of support before a continuation onto the upside, but it's looking mighty powerful. Let's go ahead and now refer to volatility versus momentum. Huge upside pivot here on the volatility spectrum on the daily. Massive expansion here on volatility. You guys, very likely this can continue on to the upside. Okay, now notice that we have an upside pivot just moonshotting here. This is very much erect. Huge upside from that RSI, okay? So now, historically speaking, on the RSI, it looks like we've retraced from about that 70%. We are, I mean, this is just a massive upside from 67%. There is still upside to look for here. It may actually jump in to, I mean, it really may actually jump in to some discovery percentages right here, right? As it never has reached above that 70% or 71%, right? So it's looking mighty healthy. BRDS looks like a very good opportunity. So now let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute immediate short term and see what it's got for us. Okay, so let's see, a little bit of a pullback may be expected, which could give us a loading zone. Honestly, I don't like these little pivots, right? Because they can often act just like this, right? So right now, the pivot that we're actually getting is a very specific pivot, though, because it is within the gravitational zone, rejecting and being pulled up. Now we're in the opposition rejection zone. So this gravitational zone can have us come back down. So this could mean immediate short-term consolidation. Okay, so it's just 30 minutes, though. Remember, that lives out pretty fast. All right, so now we're starting to get a little bit of rejection here as well from the bi-hourly. I wouldn't trust that. Let's move on. Let's get the 6-hour time frame in and see what it's got for us, okay? A little bit of a downside here, but again, these tiny pivots tend to fail, okay? So in this case, it would fail for the bears because of just like this, right? Very likely for it to zigzag and continue on to the upside. 12-hour time frame with that same little silly thing right there. And then into the bi-daily, of course, the bi-daily would have that massive erect thing just like that daily. Huge upside still expected for the 3-day and the bi-daily. Man, oh man. Okay, another thing is that on the stochastic momentum oscillator, we still have that huge upside from the 3-day and let's see, the 2-day as well. Now the bi-daily is about to enter, if not already, I mean, it's within 0.5% of the critical volatility zone. It is safe to say that it's critical now, and we definitely have that upside pivot. We have setups, statistical setups now, starting from, let's see. Wow, cool. Damn. All right, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, this is actually better than I thought. All right, so now we have statistical setups from the 8-hour, the 12-hour. What I'm looking at here, guys, just by the way, okay, what I'm looking at here, just to kind of give you context, is I'm looking at from the 8-hour volatility at critical, right, versus momentum with an upside pivot. Notice that's the 8-hour. Now look at the 12-hour. 12-hour, the same situation, right? Look at the daily. The daily, same situation with an upside pivot inside of the critical zone from volatility, right? So now let's go to the bi-daily. Bi-daily literally within that 0.5%, right? Within critical volatility, upside pivot. Now the 3-day, let's see what it's got. Okay, the 3-day looks to have that upside pivot, but we're not in critical volatility. It's still high enough, though. 80% is not bad. Guys, multiple time frame setups like this usually suggest a continuation onto the upside. Notice the 3-day RSI, huge. This essentially is telling me that it's very likely for us to resist from 2 levels, okay? The next level to face a resistance from, because we already got the first level right here, right? This was a supply zone in respects to these 3 candle tops and these candle bottoms, okay? That's the relevance right now. That's why we faced this pullback. It's okay. We talked about that. We talked about a retracement back to validate our newly converted resistance into support before a continuation onto the upside. Next area of pullback would likely be 40.27, so 40 cents, followed by a pullback to the current highs of about 30.15, then eventually reaching our topside target and the playbook objective per the broadening descending wedge of, let's see, 69.9 or 68.90, right? This is a target that can be reached within the next week or so, right? So BRDS, Mark Roach, 16-cent average. Good job, my dude. Congratulations to you. This is definitely going to continue on to the upside in my personal opinion. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Just take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, okay? Do your own due diligence. Everything would be good. All right, you guys. So still, the watermark needs more. I'm going to have to do this for every single ticker as we go, you guys. So something like this, right? If we keep them too bright, then we're not going to be able to see them. But yeah, remember, guys, that you can also see the ticker that I'm on right up here. You can also see it in the tab that I'm on. I know these are smaller, right? And yeah. All right. So, guys, yeah, that's going to do it for ticker symbol BRDS. If I'm going to be very honest with you, this is a very unique situation here and absolutely an opportunity for an upside. Definitely longs. My personal bias is to favor the bulls in this particular situation. Okay, you guys, I definitely like it. I definitely like what's happening with BRDS. Keep an eye on this upside continuation, very likely. All right, you guys, so now let's go ahead and touch down with ticker symbol CRTD. I know a lot of people were asking about this as well. So the last time we looked at this, I expressed that we would the chat fell asleep. Yeah, they're paying attention. They're paying close attention. Chat, where you at? Come on, man. You got to say hello to your boy Arca. I know there's a bunch of you in the chat just listening right now, but of course your energy, your participation also helps us get a little crazy here and start making more and more moves, right? 2BZ, 4BS, what's up, Arca? Can you look at note, please? And thanks, right? So yeah, let me go ahead and put it on the schedule here and we'll try our best to take a look at it, right? So NOTE could be one of those tickers. I actually never heard of it. So yeah. No. I need to actually stop the rating system. So let me just go ahead and continue on here. But note, you said, okay, so this is this one right here, right? NYSC. Good deal. I'll make sure to leave it on here. I'm not, I know that these tickers were actually from the other day, so I will have to adjust the schedule just a little bit and kind of favor it over here. We're going to be looking at AMC and CLNV as well, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here for ticker symbol CRTD, as I know we had a lot of requests for it, but actually me personally, right? So, John Smith, what you talking about, man? So, yeah, we'll go ahead and add it into the list as well. If we can get to it, we can get to it. But if we don't, we're going to try our best for the next one, right? So, I've never looked at that ticker either. So, let's just put it on here and see what's up. So, Mark Roach, thank you so much. That really means a lot, my dude. All right, so let's see. That was ARQQ. Is that what you're looking at? All right, good deal. So, that's the Arcade Quantum. All right, cool. Perfect. And I'll adjust this as well, and we'll put it right over here. Not bad. All right, so just real quick, I just want to touch on the CRTD asset real fast, right? It's not too complicated because I did express to the community that CRTD is essentially creating a failure out of this. It's not necessarily considered a bear flag, right? But I mean, the symmetrical triangle here does suggest a potential upside or downside bias. This can be traded both ways. It is omnidextrous in a sense, right? So I mentioned in our last stream that this would likely find a bottom side of about 1253 before a continuation onto the upside, but essentially our chop box area that we want to keep an eye on is this area here, 1699 to about 1252. This area here is incredibly important for us to get out of. Okay, so if the faster we can get out of this area here, the better, because then we'll actually start making some upside moves. We're trapped within a very, very tight zone here. Okay, but I mean, a lot of people tend to take advantage of situations like this because when you know the range, then you know how much you can make on a day, right? So for example, this is a 35% range. Of course, we actually didn't get that all the way to the upside, right? But in the 12 hour, I'm talking about yesterday and today, you're looking at a 20% move to the upside from this bottom side, right? So, I mean, if you're looking at 20% up and down, then that's not bad, right? Kal-El saying, where's the DD guy? I have no idea who you're talking about, my bro. Oh, Mark Roach. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, guys, let's go ahead and just finish off CRTD. I'm still looking at some sideways trading here. Consolidation within a 20% to about a 40% upside, right? It's going to be what it is for now. The setups and the volatility versus momentum on the higher term time frames like the bi-daily and the 3-day, these are definitely primed. This is what I mean. Look at this. Critical volatility, contraction with an upside pivot. I'm telling you right now, whatever has to happen within CRTD, it'll happen within the next few days, maybe even a couple of weeks. But there is a pretty explosive situation happening here, and I don't know what or why it could be. But I mean, look at this, right? This is what I'm telling you. My goodness. So bi-daily time frame, critical volatility, upside pivot. We have that 3-day critical volatility with a very slight upside pivot here. 5-day time frame at critical volatility with an upside pivot. Guys, there is something brewing within CRTD. And I said it a few weeks ago that very likely we found the floor. at about 10 cents, right? Very likely that could be the floor before a massive run, and I don't know what it could be and how long it can take because it's taking forever, right? But yes, that's essentially it for CRTD, right? So now let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol AMC and see what it's got on the list for us, right? So let's see. Was that a CRTD? All right, got it. I looked at it. No problem. Now let's move on, and that's going to be AMC, right? So I actually haven't seen AMC in a bit, so let's just see what it's got for us. No matter what, right? So, all right. Damn, look at this. All right, buy daily volatility versus momentum, setting up the stage here for a potential massive upside. Okay, all right. AMC coming in a little hot right now, right? So, and contraction phase already starting on the daily with a huge upside pivot entering the bullish control zone. What is going on with AMC? What the hell? All right. So it's giving us some potentials right now. Look at the RSI on the daily, finding that support from that gravitational zone, likely to continue to the upside. This is very impressive. Let me see what the 3-day has for us. Okay, 3-day already starting to make that curvature from oversold and actually bouncing from the critical contraction zone. There are multiple time frame setups here for the AMC asset. Huge upside pivot from that bullish control zone and coming out of the critical contraction zone, right? So this is another setup. Something's happening here with AMC, guys, and I don't know what it could be, right? Who knows anything about what's going on with AMC? Why is this happening other than the fact that it could be a statistical upside, right? Another thing to notice here is that in a shorter time frame here, this could be building one of those silly little bull flags, right? Very likely for it to actually realize finding the support from the 7 period and 9 period EMAs, right? And also the 10. These are serving as kind of that guide to the upside in the 4-hour time frame. Very curious price action here, and it is making that series of higher highs and higher lows even still. AMC rumors that the company was considering a surprising acquisition. According to the report in the entertainment website, The Intersect, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has dispatched advisors to explore. Mark Roach, thank you for coming through with that information. This is incredible. My goodness. So Mark Roach saying AMC Entertainment Holdings, the world's largest movie theater chain, as of 11:28 a.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, Amazon stock was up 2.5%, likely benefiting from broad gains in the market as well. Yes, absolutely agreed. I definitely have to agree with that statement, but there is something brewing within the AMC asset that could be pretty massive. What's up, Michael Dixon? Good to see you here in the chat. Definitely an early day today, right? Got to fix my wife's car because she got into a little bit of an accident, right? Little hydroplane there, but it's all good. The car's already fixed, so now I got to go pick up the wheel a little later on today. So guys, this is looking mighty powerful. I'm not exactly sure what's going down with AMC, but the upside here is very likely. Let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame RSI. Barely consolidating here. Upside pivot on that 14-day simple. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. Bi-hourly time frame already crossing into the bullish control zone. This the bull strength percentile, okay? A little bit of a pullback from that 14-day simple, but I'll tell you why. I really do believe that it could be in respects to this resistance level at about 535 up to the range of about 525. Okay, so 525 to 535 could be in the cards for the next days for AMC. All right, so very curious. And to be honest, guys, I did say when it was going down, I did say when it was going up. And the reason why I would is because I have to give you guys the truth, no matter how ugly, no matter if you would unfollow me or dislike the video, it doesn't matter. I'm never going to give you something that the charts don't suggest. Okay, from there, do your own DD and make sure to pair it with whatever inspiration you can find. Be a better trader, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here because it's looking very attractive here for the AMC asset. Upside pivot from that 8-hour, but I don't like these tiny pivots, right? We need to make sure that we can get a higher thrust to the upside in order to trust that. 12-hour time frame suggesting that tiny little pivot as well. Daily time frame suggesting a tiny pullback, but remember, gravitational zone right in here of the bear weakness percentile, likely to find a rejection from that very soon. By daily telling us that we do have that resistance level, but notice again, the position of that 14-day simple is in the gravitational zone this can give us a good shot to actually succeed the 14-day simple and then use it as a support before a continuation onto the upside. Good deal here, all right, you guys. It's looking pretty okay for the AMC asset. This is very powerful, okay? Look at this. I haven't seen this in a while. Check this out. 5-day RSI crossing the 14-day simple moving average to the upside. This is incredibly bullish, okay, you guys? Something is a brewing within the AMC asset. I love it. I love it, all right? So let's go ahead and finish off that analysis for the AMC asset for now, guys. Remember the targets I just spoke about, and everything will be cool and right. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the ticker symbol CLNV and see what it's got for us, right? So a lot of people were talking about this as of late, and there is a setup happening right now. I can actually see it on the daily, and let me make sure that I can put myself on log chart and see what we got. Okay, so it looks like we're in the process of building a falling wedge, and the falling wedge after a downtrend presents the reversal or a reversal. Okay, let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, just like this, we could be in this process of creating this this formation, right? Just like that. Let me just go ahead and adjust this line right over here, and this usually presents an upside or a reversal coming in. Okay, and now when would it be? Well, we can figure that out, but the first thing to know is that we could be breaking out of this within the 70 percentile. Remember, 65 to 70% of these triangle formations is usually where we get that retracement from. Okay, sorry, I ran out of breath there. It sounded like an old man. All right, so anyway, yes, 65 to 70% could arguably be in about a day or two, meaning Friday or Monday, right? So, or I'm sorry, Thursday or Monday, right? So it could be Thursday through Monday, damn it. So it could be around there, right around here. So there could still be a capitulation back down to about 534 before making an up run here, and then finding that support from our current lows, 555, before an upside. Let's get that projected target, right? So the objective target, sorry. We can get that price objective from taking the price trend line from the price action top to the lower end of that triangle, right? Then we apply it to the breakout supposed area, right? So let's just say it was right here. It would be hypothetically taking us to about 862, which already has a lot of confluence here with these tops right here, doesn't it? So let's go ahead and just see a resistance range for us, right? Just like this, we can go ahead and take that. We now have a resistance range. Now let's validate it with a fib. Let's see what the fibs have to say from the current range high to the range low, overall from the triangle itself, right? Let's do it just like this and see what it's got. All right, so the one spot 272 directly above us at 884, very, very likely for us to make a move to there if momentum suggests, of course. Let's go ahead and load up the averages and see what we have in store for us. Okay, so already we can see a little bit of resistance finding from that 200-day simple moving average and the SMA 10, which is why I'm saying that very likely we can face a continuation to the downside for now before we can reaccumulate for a real thrust to the upside. We're going to start accumulating here. I don't know why, but CLNV could very well be starting something interesting for an upside continuation here. So Sherry saying, thanks for your honesty. Absolutely, you are welcome. I definitely have to make sure to put it like that, okay? To put the truth out. I don't care. I do not care if it's gonna, mean that I'm gonna lose followers. It's fine. As long as I say what the charts are saying, then I feel good. Oh my goodness. So Aiden Davis saying your videos are my therapy, my boy, my dude. Thank you so much. That means so much. Okay, so now let's validate it, guys. Let's validate it here with momentum. I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the RSI and see what it's got. So a lot been going on. So thank you for being here, my dude, Aiden. Always, my dude. Okay, so I always try to reach out to people via DM as well. So if you need to talk to me, man, definitely reach out. I care for you, my dude, okay? And I'm very happy that you're back in the hometown. I hope the food's treating you good. I hope the family's treating you good. And I hope everything is, what is it? How do you say it? I hope everything is pono. All right, so all good here. So now let's go ahead and continue on the analysis. Daily time frame suggesting a little bit of a pullback. Of course, we already said that. We're looking at that pullback back to about The top side, I'll give you a range, right? So 552 to about 554 could be that pullback loading zone before a continuation on. And let's start off with the immediate short term. That's right, my bro. All right, so let's look at the immediate short term time frame, 30-minute. Notice how we do have that downside pivot as well. Okay, so already our discretion is playing just like we thought, just by viewing the raw price action, right? Rosaura Martinez, good to see you here. Thank you so much for coming by. Jay Pong, I walk my dog for therapy and drop my write-off at the store sometimes for a while. Nice, man. All right, so now bi-hourly time frame. Let's see what it's got. So bi-hourly also suggesting a downside continuation. Notice that the downside is now below the 14-day simple, suggesting that downside anyway, right? So already we can see that our raw price action analysis was pretty dead on, right? So notice that we have a little bit of an upside on that 6 hour, facing a resistance from that 14-day simple. Very likely for it to continue to the downside over the next day. Okay, 8 hour time frame downside, 12 hour downside, but notice the pivot here. It's not as significant as this pivot, is it? That means that we could potentially be finding this support soon from the gravitational zone, just like how, notice all these iterations here. This one. I'm sorry, you guys, you can hear my little toddler screaming outside. He's mad at mom for something. All right, so yes, you guys, I'm definitely looking at a downside here for CLNV. Very likely, remember, 555 to 554 would be that loading zone before a or 555 to 534, sorry, before a bounce to the upside, okay? But we still have to validate it down there, okay? Because we still have downside on almost every time frame, okay? So keep an eye on this wedge, okay? Because this wedge, and you can see it on the daily if you would like to draw it for your own reference, right? So, and if we are facing that downside, just so you're curious, it's not a small downside, okay? You're looking at a potential 8% drop from the current price action, okay? So this is why we still have validations to be found down here. Very careful with your longs on CLNV, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and end off CLNV right there and make sure to move on to the next ticker, right? So let me just go ahead and make on my notes that we looked at CLNV, right? So guys, let's see. Yeah, the next ticker that we got to look at is sorry, there are the notes now we got that down. The next ticker is going to be ticker symbol NOTE, right? So we have NOTE coming up right now. Let's dive right in, guys. Let's look at this on the daily time frame, just like we always do. Let's pull up that log chart, right, and get our tools up in line here so that we know what could be the potential here. So let's see. Oh, so now my little boy is right outside of the studio door screaming at daddy like, why aren't you protecting me? Because mom is getting all mad. Yeah, by the way, guys, he's just 3 years old, right? So he, you know how toddlers can be. They will not eat. They will terrorize the house and try to kill themselves in every which way possible, right? They'll do the most dangerous things in the world, right? And expect mom and dad to just be like, it's all good. Go ahead, man. No, sir. Thank you, Samantha. Oh, my goodness. So, yes, let's look at ticker symbol NOTE with a huge upside thing right here, man. Look at this. Wow. All right, so already we can see a setup on the daily, volatility versus momentum, suggesting a continuation to that upside from critical expansion. Okay, so let's just look at a couple iterations from which this has happened before. Notice right over here that we started getting an upside pivot from critical volatility, just like we are right now, right? And we got a huge thrust from the opening of this candle here, right here at this pivot. That's how you verify the potential upside coming in right when we start to get that pivot from the stochastic momentum oscillator to the upside, which could arguably be right there, right? So let's measure that iteration until the next area of, yeah, so it would be right at above right here, right? So that was a pretty much a 100% move the last time that happened, right? Oh, I'm sorry, a few times before, right? Notice that this can fail too, though, right? So in this case, we can see that we were expanding for a very long time until we actually started a contraction phase and got a very mini little upside from this area right here, right? Just right here when we started to get that 14-day simple pivoted to the upside. So what is that upside looking like, right? So from right here to about this top side, this is how I backtest, okay, you guys? This is how I backtest little by little. This was about a 10% move to the upside. You hear that baby boy up there? He is pissed. I don't know what mom took away from him, but he is not happy. Oh my goodness, kids can be so amazing sometimes, right? So, and here's another one, guys. This iteration here is very powerful, okay? So it looks like it started right at about here and it ended, man, oh man. This actually faced a massive upside. Yeah, pretty good 33% move to the upside. 56-day turnaround, not too good, right? This is a 14-day turnaround for that 100% upside. So yeah, guys, there's definitely a setup happening right here, and it could be particular to coming from oversold into the upside. I like it. Note is suggesting an upside. Let's go to the 30-minute immediate short term and see what we have in store for this. Okay, so upside pivot already being suggested on that 30-minute immediate short term time frame. It's looking powerful. Okay, very good. Now let's go to the bi-hourly and continue collecting our puzzle pieces, right? So yeah, we have an upside pivot here, a little bit of a rejection, but I do feel like this may actually succeed it for the first time. If we do find a rejection, guys, remember that can be in respects to a few areas, right? So let's see, very likely to come back first of all, very likely to come back to our current highs. So you're looking at a thrust to about 198 before a pullback, and then we can actually see a potential continuation on to the upside, right? So Rosaura, I'll make sure to put it on the schedule here. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get to it, but I will absolutely try my very best for you. Okay, so let me just put it just like this, and I'll put it right next to the ARQQ. Yeah, just like that. All right. So yeah, back to note. Let's go to the 6-hour time frame and see what it's got. All right, J-Pong, I forgot about SI. That was a good for me. Can you please look at SI? Yes. So I'd like to see SI as well. Not a problem, guys. I'll make sure to look at SI right after the next ticker, and we'll get that out of the way. Not a problem. All right. So this is a very interesting situation happening here on the 6-hour, right? We have a 14-day simple pivoted to the upside. We still have that RSI also pivoted to the upside. This could be likely or indicative of a continuation onto the upside in more of a slow growth, right? And that's okay, actually. That honestly, that's probably the better way to look at things, right? So Johnny Barnes, yeah, let me go ahead and put it on there as well, my dude. So that was a BCAN, right? Man, are you guys able to hear my little boy screaming out there? By any chance? I have a very what is it called? My microphone is very sensitive, right? So it can pick up things from very far away, which is the reason why you're able to hear my voice so close to you, right? So I'm going through a pretty elaborate setup here, preamps, professional mic, the whole thing. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and continue on the analysis. 12-hour time frame, ticker symbol note is now looking like it actually may continue on to the upside starting from the upper term timeframes. So if that's the case, very likely to consolidate within the next day to potentially 3 days before a continuation onto the upside starting from the upper term timeframes. Okay, so I would suggest maybe in my own personal opinion, right, we're on Wednesday, March 29th. This may actually start making some upside continuation based on the technicals. It does not actually have to be based on the technicals only. Remember that sentiment and news catalysts and whatever else plays a heavy role into when price action decides to move to the upside, right? Yeah, little chemo over there yelling. All right, so in my personal opinion, without applying FOMO, without applying psychology into this, I can see the continuation to the upside very aggressively, actually. Wow. I would think, let's see, potentially Monday or Tuesday next week, this can be making some serious thrust. Okay, so we would just have to keep an eye on it. So yeah, so let's see. Kal-El saying, Arca, don't pay any attention to the rustling noise at the window. I'm just trying to get a better view of the watermark. No way again. Is that still a little dim? I'm gonna end up like right there. What the heck is going on? Why is it not really going up as much as we want, right? So, oh well, I guess we can. Let's see. So let's adjust it like this, right? So you guys, if you refer back to my videos, it was usually around this. All right, so it's Arca customization times. Good deal, guys. All right, so yes, I'm looking at some very good targets here. Very likely, upon an upside thrust, we can face a resistance level from the 330 zone. Okay, so that's a huge upside and a very big statement coming from me, right? As I am typically I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't trust anything really, right? So yeah, it's very probable that we can actually see some targets up here in the next week. And let's see what the fibs have to say in respects to that on the buy daily, right? So go ahead and notice right away that the top side of our target, located at about 366, let's see, where is it? 366 is in line with our 3-spot 618 golden mean 351 and our 331 bottom with the 3-spot 272. Guys, this is following geometrics very, very nicely. Okay, so I'm not sure here, but it looks like it could be making a massive reversal soon. Okay, but let's just keep an eye on it. Keep it on the watch list. It's looking very good. Thank you so much for asking for ticker symbol NOTE, but it's looking very nice. Earnings miss today, by the way. Okay, so and it's still making an upside, but to be fair, now it's even, right? So when was this? Yeah, so the next, why do we have two earnings like this? So May 2023 and this one too from today. What the heck is going on? Not sure exactly what's going on there, but it's all good. What I can say is that now the earnings are even, right? So this has been earnings met to the expectations, right? And these are the earnings misses. When they're green, it's an earnings beat. All right, so good deal. Keep this on the watch list, guys. Ticker symbol NOTE, very likely to make a massive upside coming in the next week. We're just a little bit early right now. This is the accumulation period before a rip, and yeah, everything would actually follow through. Now, guys, let's go. I'm not exactly sure when I freaking started this one, right? So all good. You know what's crazy is that I'm so used to the 9 o'clock time that I'm in my notes. I'm writing 9:27, 9:34. And it's actually 3. Oh man, sorry guys. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and now finish off ticker symbol note and move on to the next one, which is going to be ticker symbol ARQQ. This was actually a request as well, so let's move on to it and see what it's got for us. Put it on that log chart. Let's go ahead and look at the let's see, there we go. All right, and now let's look at our tools, right? Let's load up our volatility. Let's load up our momentum. Let's get it moving, right, you guys? Another one. Guys, what are you looking at here, man? These are huge tickers that with massive potential. Good calls, you guys. Very excited for those of you who have requested these tickers with huge opportunity here. 3:51 p.m. Thank you so much. Mark Roach, you are the best, dude. Thank you, bro. Ah, my goodness. I actually put 3:45 just as a discretion, right? But 3:51 is the accurate time. So now, let's go ahead and start this off. We'll go ahead and note 3:55 p.m. for ticker symbol ARQQ. All right, so RSI would be the final tool. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and add the averages as well. This setup here, contraction to expansion with a massive upside pivot in the daily time frame to the bullish control zone. This is huge, okay? RSI on the daily, straight to the upside as well. Something's brewing here on this one, and it's very powerful, okay? So let me see the 3-day. Wow, oh wow. Okay, so the 3-day suggesting a massive mean reversion and the upside pivot is starting. It essentially fired. Okay, so this is now a statistical play. Let's go ahead and pull up my algo, right? So this is my algorithm, the arc reversion variant. So let's go ahead and see what that mean could actually be. 186 could be the touch that this thing is trying to make on the 3-day. From the current, from the current price action to that target, you're looking at a 54% gainer from here. This is massive, okay? So very, very, very impressive price action coming out of ARQQ. All right, so now let's look at the 5-day. And the 5-day playing a mean reversion as well. If the 5-day target does get realized, guys, that is actually a higher target, taking into consideration a 184.39% move to 349. massive, massive upside. I don't know how the hell it's actually going to do that. I don't know why it's even doing it. But and another thing to actually notice here is actually on the daily. Let me go back. Wow. Okay. So they've never had an earnings miss. So all of the earnings have either been green or to expectations. So this is very good. Very good. So J-Man X saying just got on. Did Arca talk about GTII? Yes. Yes, I definitely talked about GTII, and it was in the earlier period when the stream started. Okay, so also COSM and COEP. All right, dude. So yeah, the guys, this is pretty powerful. Something's up with this ticker, and it's even the 5-day time frame. Wow, 348. Yeah, the 5-day time frame also suggesting 348. Let's see the weekly. 330, guys, the 330 to 350 targets are kind of rhyming everywhere right now. So, oh my goodness, man. Let's see. I want to get some more confluence here. I'm going to get a little more surgical with our moving averages. So let me start adding some exponentials into this, right? Let's see. All right, so, no, I'm sorry. I was going to load up the 30 and 50. There we go. Okay, so the 30 at 3, yeah, the 30 at, damn, it is very much at that 383 level. That could be, that's high confluence. I actually can't see this at all. Could it be somewhere? Oh, there it is. It's way up here. All right, so yeah, guys, something, damn, ARQQ is pretty interesting. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If this actually presents a really silly setup immediately, I will get long this, okay? So, the mean reversion on this one is actually too high on the weekly. Let's see the daily. Look at this. This is another algorithm for reversion, right? So notice this one taking us to $3 and let's see, $3.29. Again, damn. Okay, so this is suggesting 329. Why? What the hell is going on within that target? Something massive is on its way here. Let me go ahead and take an overall fib range high to the range low and see if we have any of the golden means located at 330 to 350. And of course we do. We have, man, between the 3 spot 618 and the 4 spot 236 is the 330 to 350 level. Very likely to find that resistance there, right? 377 at the SMA 100. Could it actually make a slide from this massive gap on the daily? This is a huge gap, and I think this is the reason why price action may actually slide on its way through that. There's nothing historically within this area. So this is why I'm saying that there could be a massive, massive upside for this. Let's look at the financials. So, all right, so market cap sitting at a, is that really true? Nice. It's pretty healthy, 163 million. On that market cap. The float is a small 33 million, so it's not too bad, right? So this is still micro, but it's suggesting a massive upside, and everything is kind of confluent to it. So let's look at a loading zone possibility, right? So 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, just definitely erect. It's well within the gravitational zone for an upside continuation. 15-minute with an upside, 5-minute with the downside. Okay, 5 minutes. 5-minute targets would be what we have to look at here. Is this thing trading after hours right now, by the way, guys? Let me go ahead and take a look. Huge potentials here, guys. Something is chilling right here. Oh my goodness, man. My goodness. ARQQ is looking too juicy. All right, so yeah, Miss L. Oh my goodness, man. Whoever asked for ARQQ, thank you so much. I know, I remember I saw you there, right? So after hours sitting at 121 right now. So the float is 39 million. Yeah, don't spook the analyst. The future money ticker. All right, guys. So very likely for us to find a support range between the 121 level and the SMA 10 located at about 120, which is already there. Right, so if we can face, it's literally sitting there right now. Yeah, it is. Weeble is saying 121. All right, so let me go ahead and adjust to see if there could be a continuation to the downside. And if there is a continuation to the downside, it's very likely right here, a little 120. 120 to about 119. Okay, that's going to be the 5-minute support before a very likely bounce from there, okay? And this could actually be in respects to a few averages in there. I'm going to load up the EMA 7 and 9 period to see if we have them within that area there. No, we don't, okay? We really don't have almost anything except the EMA 20, which could be that area of confluence between the SMA 10 green line and this SMA 20, the EMA 20, this yellow orangey line, right? So there you go. I'm sorry. Let me just get the other ones out of the way. I understand that this could be a little messy, right? So EMA 20, we keep it in there. X out of those, X out of these right here. And yes, EMA, let's see, the SMA 10. Okay, perfect. There you go, you guys. So I'm going to make this a little brighter. There we go. Now it's good. All right, so yeah, very likely for us to find a support touch within this area here. And in fact, damn, I may have to actually get long this right now. Oh man, 121. It's sitting at 121 right now. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, live on with you right now. I'm gonna start my averaging process right now, okay, you guys? So do not follow me, okay? Make sure to do your own due diligence. I'm just being transparent with you, okay? I already have my first average in, so let's get it. Very good deal here on ARQQ, okay, you guys? So now in respects to the bi-hourly time frame, straight to the upside, 4-hour time frame upside, 6-hour time frame upside, damn it, 8-hour time frame upside. Man, oh man, guys, there's so many signals to the upside. ARQQ, this should probably be a dedicated video. Goodness me. Very exciting time there. All right, so now, guys, for that very popular ticker, this is going to be the last ticker we're going to cover tonight, guys, and that is going to be ticker symbol SI, okay? So Fritz Flappy, I'm so sorry, but we will try to get to it the next time, okay? So I'll add it into the list as I will be streaming, let's see, tomorrow as well. All right, so 10X, we'll leave it in the schedule right next to this last ticker. I'm sorry, I apologize about the guys. It's a little too bright there, right? So we'll go ahead and get that adjusted. Right. I remember SI, and I will explain why I had that suggestion there. So let's move on to the 12-hour and right, I have to note in my notes right now that we're covering SI, right? So that is going to be about 4:06 p.m. Good deal. All right, so yeah, let's get it moving. 2BZ, 4BS, early stream tomorrow. Let me see. I have to. It really depends on my child, right? So if I could, I would really try to get on by 1 p.m. Pacific time, right? So, what in the East Coast? What are you? 2 hours, 3 hours ahead of me or behind? I forgot what it is. Doesn't matter, but I'm gonna try, and I'll keep you guys updated with that, okay? Because I do notice that there is kind of an influx of people that want to see Arca earlier, right? So, and trust me, I also, me too. Chicago. All right, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that. All right, 3 hours ahead. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. And yeah, plus 3 hour. Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this off with the daily time frame, because the daily time frame is where this massive setup is at. Okay, notice volatility versus momentum here with an upside pivot starting a contraction phase, which means that we have a reversion to the mean, right? So let's see. The mean right now is suggesting on the daily time frame 283, right? So if we're able to get that move to the upside, we have to validate a couple supports, right? So the loading zone could be loaded in respects to, let's see, to this right down here. The space between the closing of this candle and the wick low of this candle, very, very likely to touch down into that area. 172. We're currently sitting at 186 in the post, right? So if we do get a bounce from the 172, notice the absolute importance. Notice the absolute importance here, okay? We would be sitting within the golden pocket. The golden pocket is located between the knot 382 and the knot 618. Okay, that is a very bullish area to be sitting on. Okay, so if we can actually get the price action to get down here, we can find a potential loading zone and then continue on to the upside. So if that thesis is possible, let's look at the 30-minute or a shorter time frame, right? Anything that can suggest a potential downside. Yeah, so the 30-minute is suggesting that downside. Let's see, the 15-minute. Yeah, the 15-minute and 5-minute as well. Very likely for this to actually be found. Yeah, very likely for this to be found in the immediate short term. I'm talking about like now, like within the next hour maybe. So let's go to the bi-hourly time frame and see what it's got. So bi-hourly starting to correct from the gravitational zone, very likely to continue on to the upside. Yeah. Don't say that 2BC 4BS. I do not. If you are, first of all, if you guys are a beginner trader, make sure to be trading paper, okay? Do not trade actual live money right now, okay? You guys, you don't want to be that astronaut that never got trained, right? And you never went to flight school. You don't even know how to operate a rocket, and they tell you, go to the moon, bro. Make sure to collect some dust for us and bring it back to us. You don't want to be that pilot, all right? You guys, make sure to train before you trade live money, okay? You guys, it would be preferred if you start off with a demo account, okay? A simulator account. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here. So upside pivot already corrective on that bi-hourly, very nice. And we're finding the support, very curious here. Yes, that's why I'm telling you that it could be very soon. Okay, so here, the reversion variant is suggesting, since we are reverting into the mean on the 6 hour, very likely to find a bounce from that 167. We were just talking about that target, weren't we? All right, very nice. Very nice. If we can get down to that, I think it was 177 to about 167. Let's get down there so we can load up. Okay, you guys, so that's looking very cool. And the 12-hour time frame is suggesting maybe a pullback, right? But this again suggesting that pullback target that we're looking at, right? 177 to 164 could be that loading zone. Already lots of confluence within that. Now, as we jump into the daily time frame, we start in the bi-daily time frame. We're starting to see consolidation on the momentum. Okay, what that usually means is that we're waiting, or the momentum is, in a sense, waiting for the influence from the shorter time frames to get that upside bias. Okay, so it's looking very nice. Post right now at 186. Okay, you guys, so keep an eye on ticker symbol SI, because ticker symbol SI has several setups on the higher term time frames. Critical volatility, potential upside here on the starting from what, the daily? Yeah, I think even the 12-hour, right? No, so starting from the daily, bi-daily, 3-day, 5-day, and the weekly, damn, and the bi-weekly as well. Holy goodness. All right, so yeah, lots of potential here for the ticker symbol SI. Remember the targets that we spoke about, 177 to about, what was it? 177 to about 164, right? So right around there could be a very nice area to get long ticker symbol SI, but I am definitely looking at a potential upside move here, okay, you guys? So I love it. The upside potentials for this, guys, we can expect a pullback to our current highs of about 244 to about 230 from this area here at the one spot 272, 284. Okay, so you would already, I mean, just think about this, okay? If you get long, say 167, we make a move to the one spot 272, that gives you a 70% move to the upside. Get the hell out, okay? Do not moonshot, do not bag hold, do not diamond hand this. Okay, this is not that good of a ticker for you to hold forever. Okay, you guys, first of all, notice your market cap at 58.2 mil with a share float at 27.49 mil. That is a tiny valuation here. Okay, you guys, do not hold. All right, get out as soon as you're in profits. But I'm telling you right now, a potential upside move from 167 to 284 at the one spot 272 could be very likely in the next week, okay? So this could present a 70% gainer. Get out of the damn trade. Reload at 230. Then from 230, load it again. Ride it all the way to the 2.272, 420, another 80% move. Then you come back down, guys. It has to play out. Just don't hold. Just ride the waves. Ride the waves in and out. All right? Don't let them take your gains. If you already have gains, you keep them for yourself. All right, guys? Not financial advice. Remember. All right, you guys. But so that's gonna do it for ticker symbol SI and also for the live stream today. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm very excited to have streamed for my East Coast people today and kind of allow the my other members to kind of take a break. Right? I really love that we had such a great crowd today, a very loud and very large crowd. Okay, so I love it. I love it. Thank you all for everything that you do. Thank you for my donations. Thank you for my moderators. Okay, Mark Roach, Samantha H, Cal L. Love you guys to death. Okay, thank you so much for everything you do. But that is going to do it for today, and I will make sure to try to post anything else if possible. Okay, so I'll also load the timestamps too. All right, you guys. But that is going to do it for today. Guys, please be very careful out in the markets, okay? So let me just read this last one here. Fritz Flappy saying, you know what's funny? Sometimes in the morning I listen to Arca, happy voice, not paying attention to the analysis itself. It's all about having a good vibe, guys. It's all about making sure that we can have some people entertained, making sure that we are all remembering to have just a good time, okay, you guys? But with that said, my team, love you all very much. Thank you so much for coming by. Remember to get enrolled into the ArcMastersCourse, okay? Miss L, take care. All right, so with that said, I wish everybody well, a very, very good day and rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.